The Buffalo Bills, in their 47-10 Monday night win over Jacksonville, recorded a touchdown in their first 5 drives of the game, then got a field goal on their 6th drive. That's right, Buffalo scored points in their first 6 drives of the game as we bring in our Bills reporter, Dave Naylor from Buffalo. Dave, you know, you've been following the team the first 3 weeks of the season, and I get it. This Jacksonville team is not firing on all cylinders, but how dangerous is this Bills offense right now?
Well, you know, Jay, it's one thing to hear a team talk about their philosophy on offense, and it's another thing to watch them practice it at training camp. But the way they have executed it early this season has really been remarkable. But I'm talking about the everyone eats philosophy, that they're not going to be a team that's going to be predictable. The ball could be going anywhere at any point. Josh Allen talked about it after the game, that there are players who know they may only get 1 or 2 targets a game, but those will matter. I mean, the Bills, you mentioned, 5 touchdowns on their first 5 possessions. It was 5 different players crossing the goal line. And, of course, a 6th one later in the second half when Ray Davis scored his touchdown. Josh Allen completed 24 passes to 10 different players. And, you know, look, so much of this offense is playing so well right now. Josh Allen has not thrown an interception the first 3 games of the season. The offensive line has been healthy and doing its job. Josh was barely touched in this game. And, you know, it's funny. Josh Allen said, it's fun and wonderful to play on a team where guys don't care who gets the touchdowns, who gets the stats. And, you know, you look at what a player like Khalil Shakir talks about, the kind of things that they all wanted to do tonight when they saw man coverage for a good part of this game, and that was a challenge to this receiving group that a lot of people doubted coming into this season. And look, I think we got to talk about Khalil Shakir for a moment here as an emerging star in the National Football League. This is a guy who led the NFL in catch percentage last year. 86% of the targets his way he caught. He was 6 for 6 tonight. He's 14 for 14 in this season. You can hear the way that Josh Allen talks about this guy. I mean, he is certainly evolving and emerging as the #1 target in this offense. When Josh Allen goes his direction, he never misses.
So now Buffalo has won 8 straight regular season games dating back to last season, and they are one of 3 AFC teams to start the season 3-0. And I know another one of those AFC teams is the 2-time defending champs, Dave, but despite that, you think the Bills are the best team in the AFC right now?
I would say the Bills have played the best football the first 3 games of the AFC. I would make that argument. Now, look, there's a pushback you can make on Kansas City. Kansas City's 3-0. They're the defending 2-time Super Bowl champions. Until they get beat, you can say they're still the big dog in the AFC. And look, they've played 3 straight very, very close games. They've also played a tougher schedule in the Buffalo Bills. Other than the first half against Arizona, the Bills have been dominant in 5 consecutive halves now since that halftime of that opening week game against the Cardinals, which they came back to win. And I think the other part of this that, so much of this is going to get, the attention is going to be on Josh Allen, but this is a defense that in its back 7 is starting 5 guys who were backups a year ago. 3 who were backups at the start of training camp. You've got Von Miller, who has now had 3 sacks in 3 games. He tied Derek Thomas tonight for 17th overall on the NFL's all-time sack list. Getting a bounce-back season for Von Miller is huge for this defense. And look, they have not put Taron Johnson on IR yet. They have not put Terrell Bernard on IR, so there's a chance those guys will be back in a matter of a few weeks. So you could see this defense getting some reinforcement. They're getting some of their players who are backups. They're certainly getting experience that's going to help them later in the season. So, look, 5 sacks tonight, a forced fumble, an interception. I should mention also the interception was made by Damar Hamlin. It was a very emotional moment in the stadium. You could feel it in the stands. You could see it in his teammates. And Damar Hamlin said after the game, the last time I started a game on Monday Night Football, everybody remembers how that went. And that was, of course, the night he suffered a cardiac arrest. So the Damar Hamlin story continues to evolve. And the Bills certainly, I'll tell you, that question about are they the best team in the AFC, I think we're going to get a much more clear picture on that over the next 3 weeks. They're at Baltimore, at Houston, and at the New York Jets. 3 road games against teams that are tough in this AFC. Certainly 3 weeks from now, that answer may be a lot more clear.
And as for Josh Allen, that is 3 games to start the season with 0 interceptions, and that is the first time that has happened in Josh Allen's career as he continues to solidify his early candidacy for MVP. There's Dave Naylor, our Bills reporter. Dave, thanks for this. And as Dave alluded to, the upcoming schedule, very interesting. Here's the next 5 weeks. Dave mentioned Ravens, Texans, Jets. Then you got the Titans, which seems like potential W. Just saying, Titans fans, it's not going great for you. And then the very intriguing 3-0 Seattle Seahawks.